Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good
The sun
morning.
is up and shining. It was so nice
Beautiful.
yesterday. Um, Even though it was cloudy, it was nice during the end of the day. And today I think it's going to be even better. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Doing my walk today and
Did
having some
my
fun.
first walk this morning.
Oh, you've already did a walk. Nice. Early bird catches that worm. So,
Gonna try. Should get
yeah.
my book today. Very excited about that.
Which book is that, hon?
75 Hard.
Oh, you bought it.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I thought I have to read 10 pages a day. Why don't I just read those 10 pages a day?
That's
And
good.
then I was checking out listening to his podcast yesterday as well while I was working. So kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, he is. He's a no nonsense, no BS kind of guy, isn't he? He's do you
Shit,
think?
shit, or get off the pot.
Yeah, basically, no excuses.
No
I don't want to
excuses.
hear it. Yeah, maybe this is the mentality we should apply with our clients. You don't
Yes
want
or
to do
no?
it? Go home.
Go home. But I'm kind of like that sometimes. I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, carry on then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not going to hurt me any.
Carry on. Carry on. Let me know if you need help. But
Yeah, exactly. That's essentially that's what we do for a living. I mean, that's what we try to imply. Here's everything you need to know. Everything you need to know
well,
to
I
get
think it
to where
should
you
just
want to
be.
be.
Maybe it should just be in. Maybe we just are doing too much and we just need to bite it, size it down, right? Like it's hard. Just
Oh, yeah,
here, yeah,
most definitely.
five.
Yeah, in bite-sized pieces, for
We'll
sure.
just do the 5 minute morsel. The
Yeah.
5 minute morsel. All you need.
Drink half your weight in water a day.
It's hard. I think I got up to like 2.5 liters and then I just couldn't do anymore. I can't imagine. Oh, I have to, of course. Let's not be silly, but I think you have to start drinking right at 6 a.m.
Oh,
Get the
yeah. I usually have this, like I fill it up on my bedside
Mhm.
because I have a tendency to get up through the night and have either hot flashes or have to pee. And then I have to take a drink usually. So I know how much I've been up through the night because I don't usually remember by how much water I have left in the morning. And then I just grab it first thing and I chug the rest of it before I even get out of
Mhm.
bed. So it's something to think about anyways to help getting this started. But what was the other thing? That smoothie you were just drinking? That counts a little bit for water too.
It is too much. Do you see I put too much
It's thick,
flaxseed and chia seed in there? It's barely
like
flowing.
pudding.
It's like pudding this morning. Just gonna let it warm up and I'll eat it as pudding. Yeah, I've been putting in getting in those flax seeds. Well, I made a flax hemp chia seed combination, and I toss it in the smoothie every morning. Except this one was kind of a heaping tablespoon.
A little gritty.
No, it's just solid.
Oh, there you go.
Some beautiful protein powder, some blueberries, some greens, and then almond milk. And that's really all I did today. I didn't put spinach in it. I just left it as a simple blueberry.
Oh, the greens are good though too.
The powdered greens are amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking at a couple of formulas. So you never know what's going to come around the horizon, people, for the wise divine woman or divine wellness. Because I love greens. I love packing the punch, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. So today we're continuing our talk of magnesium. And I forgot about this beautiful little flyer. And maybe it was the one I was thinking of all along, and I honestly couldn't remember. But Wendy reminded me of CanPrev. So CanPrev is an incredible Canadian company, and they do make a variety of different magnesiums as well. And again, really gentle for your stomach too. So, and then so she has this beautiful. They have this beautiful little download all about it, and it is awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. So
it is very cool. Yeah, CanPrev is one of those companies. Again, it's one of those premium natural health product companies that is ones that we definitely promote. And you can get these ones actually a little bit more accessible than Biomed. I think you can even sometimes get them in the grocery stores, depending upon the grocery store.
Yeah.
Definitely, probably Shoppers Drug Mart, because they usually have a really good line of holistic or health products, as opposed to, I'm sorry to say, IDA doesn't usually have that much, and the stuff they do have, it's their product, and it's 3 to 5, 10 times the price. I was just looking at it yesterday, that's why I remember. But and their products are not the best that I would consider if you're looking for like quality stuff, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So
I'm sorry. I think that's excellent. Yeah, it has a really great, good combination of things, and I love talking about this with clients, or when you're at a couple of places that I do imaging in across Ontario are actually health food stores. So while I may be doing client or I'm walking a client out, um, they may have said something during the appointment, and I say, oh well, perhaps you need to talk about magnesium with the girls up front, or so I usually they have this, and then they have that little book as well. So usually get them lined up heading out the door with a bottle of magnesium, because never hurts.
no,
Never hurts.
no, and sorry, what were you gonna
Oh
say?
yeah, you're good.
Just saying that again, if you guys didn't catch our other shows, magnesium is one of those things that so many of us are deficient in. And it's just, it actually is not really so much of our fault, because magnesium, even though, we want to, and if we eat properly and everything else, it still is very, very much deficient in our foods because of
Mhm.
the soil depletion. I put a little post on my Facebook page about the depletion of the soil. I mean, and it's crazy because it's not only just the soil, because we're eating the foods or whatever that come from the soil, but the soil is depleted because of um, taking off the topsoil and not replenishing it and all these different things too. But at the same time, our food intake is one of the, sorry, not our food intake, but our any kind of medicines or anything like that will actually cause us to be depleted in magnesium as well too. So
Mhm.
you end up having a lot of different things, diet and lifestyle, stress, all these different things can cause uh, deficiencies. And it's just so hard to keep up with the amount of magnesium we need in our bodies. And the thing is, I mean, if you're taking, like, I just actually just people know that I have high blood pressure, and I've been working on my medicine and everything else trying to get rid of it, but the doctors just put me on a diuretic. So if anybody's out there for diuretics, or is on diuretics, understanding that diuretics basically make you pee all the time. So when you're peeing all the time, you're losing water soluble vitamins as well as minerals, because they're all water soluble. So you are going to be depleted of those essential nutrients as well too. So you have to understand that perhaps taking in better quality food as well as perhaps a supplement at that point might be very advantageous to your health. So because you don't want to decrease your minerals, you don't want to decrease your
Yep.
vitamins by any means.
Yep.
So
I find that too. I remember when I worked at the naturopathic clinic, and that you had to be careful. Like some people who were actually chelating drank the distilled water, but distilled water also has that aspect of pulling minerals out of your body as well.
mhm.
So I don't usually advise ever to drink distilled water unless you're doing something therapeutic, right? So, but it's interesting. It's interesting how the too much water. It's a fine line, eh?
Yes.
It's a
Mhm.
super fine line of how much water to drink, and the types of foods you can't. Even when I'm just quickly reading through this amazing PDF book, and again, it's even the oxalates in the vegetables,
Mhm.
right? Can inhibit the absorption of magnesium as well. So
Yeah.
they advise steaming of the vegetables,
Yeah.
um, of those larger vegetables, not just greens. But and then again, even they talk about how even the calcium buildup, because calcium comes along with magnesium as well. But yeah, it's kind of cool. And again, stress. because stress can cause that leaky gut aspect. Leaky gut doesn't allow your body to absorb minerals. It doesn't allow to absorb, that magnesium, and then also that stress makes you acidic as well, and acidic, low pH, high pH, like that acidity, doesn't allow for magnesium absorption as well. So it's super important, especially when it comes to minerals, or you're spending all this money on minerals or magnesiums, and it's amazing, all the different factors that, of course, affect your, and that. And they have this amazing magnesium checklist as well. So different things that may inhibit the absorption of magnesium, or it helps you identify that, oh, maybe I should be having magnesium, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, either the deficiencies or too much, actually, even too. And just understanding that, when we're talking acidity, like Dana was just saying, acidity and alkalinity, magnesium itself is alkaline. It's an alkaline mineral.
Right.
But when we're saying acidity, it's acidity in the body, when we have too much acid going on in our body. But we want acid in our stomach. We want a lot of acid in our stomach because that will actually help to absorb a little bit more. So it's a little bit too many words that mean the same thing, but not really the same thing. And it because if we don't have stomach in our acid, we won't absorb it.
We want acid in our stomach.
Yeah. So low hydrochloric acid is not a good thing, and it tends to happen with poor diet, stress, age, all these different things that we all live. So when you're popping an antacid for people that have gastric problems, maybe reflux and different things like this, what you're actually doing is suppressing the acid in your stomach even further. And until you get a doctor's confirmation or even a nutritionist confirmation that you have high stomach acid, I would not be taking an antacid, because you can have the same symptoms with low stomach acid as really, and thinking that it's high stomach acid when it's really just low stomach acid, like acid reflux and heartburn, and different things like that. And we really don't want to play with the amount of acid in our stomach, because we need that for that absorption of the carbs and minerals and vitamins and everything else that come through that little pouch. So yeah, that's kind of important stuff that I hope that you guys are kind of getting the idea about what we're talking about when we're saying that.
So Wendy, you're going to put a link to this handy PDF in the notes.
Yeah.
Beautiful, because I think it's important. There's some really valuable information in here that is incredible, and things that you should be learning about to talk about with your nutritionist and talk about with your different practitioners, because when you actually read through that checklist that's in here, it's very interesting to see the actual levels of things that you'll do to inhibit the absorption, and then the symptoms or the different health problems, that are actually part of a magnesium deficiency. So it was kind of interesting, and to read through this big list, going, oh, that's very interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. So again, it is. I love this. I love talking about magnesium, and it's so bloody simple, really.
Yeah, it's one of those elemental basic nutrients that we need. Calcium, potassium, magnesium. These are the electrolytes that we need in our body for proper mechanic. I'm just putting another link in here to where you can get some. Actually, the CanPrev is actually on the full script, so you can actually access that and get it at a discount too.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this week, how's your mirror work going?
Very good. We're into day 8 today, and we're talking about the inner child, which is so weird because I just had a dream this morning about my parents. So, ooh, a big circle going on there. But yeah, it's it's very interesting how things come up, and the inner child is very much a big topic. So it's actually divided up into 2 days, so today and tomorrow, and it is really just allowing and looking at forgiving the
Mhm.
child, being gentle and kind to the child, at all stages. So not even just looking and offering up kindness to the inner you as
Yep.
you were, but then turning around and looking towards the future and seeing your older you coming back and offering you that kindness as well too. So it's the past, present, and future of being just gentle with yourself, basically.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's really wonderful. I'm hoping, I know a lot of people, again, are being a little quiet about it, but I know people in the background are, oh, Wendy, and they're, texting me and sending me messages and just having some revelations and lots of tears and a lot of tissues. And this is good. This is good for cleansing and releasing and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's nice.
Exactly. It's perfect timing,
Mhm.
right? With spring just around the
Yeah.
corner, and you've got this whole aspect of how the seasons roll,
Mhm.
and even the processes of all these things. I was just going to say, even cleaning out your closet, and getting rid of your winter clothes,
Oh,
and
yeah. It's
but
all a purging,
yep.
getting rid of the old and coming in with the new. And whether that's through, you yourself or your closets, it's all works. It's all the same idea.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. No, it's absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So we've been well, we will be or have been or been trying to do the 75 hard. If you haven't heard of that, um, it is 75 days of commitment to 2 45-minute workouts, a gallon of water, the reading 10 pages a day, and a couple other things, sticking to a diet and no alcohol. So yeah, waiting. My book comes in today. Very excited. And you've started it already?
Well, I'm kind of
Semi.
weaning myself into it.
I think so too. Like I've got it. I think I'm probably just going to restart today again. Like just to be like, I don't think I did that well. So, but again, it's about forgiving yourself and moving in. But there are that second
Oh, I don't
45,
know.
that
It's
second
not so
45-minute
gentle
walk.
like that. Yeah, there's a lot of forgiving yourself, but at the same time, it's like
Kick.
crap or get off the pot,
Yeah.
people,
Yep.
because
Yep.
if you
Yep.
can't do it, fine. He doesn't care. But it's about our own self discipline.
Yeah.
You bought the
He
book
doesn't care.
already. He doesn't care whether you do it or not.
Yeah. He doesn't care. I bought the app. I bought the book.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, we'll see. I look
But I mean,
forward
you
to.
don't, when you stop one day, then you just start over. You start right back for the beginning, and that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to be okay.
Yeah.
That is going to be okay.
I'm going to put a link here for that as well, too, just for people that might be a little bit interested. You'll have to let me know how that book is because I opted out of not getting the book, but I do have the app. So
We'll see.
I don't know.
I
I
need
got
I
the
need to
gist
start.
of what it is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
It's,
know.
it's pretty much that. But I think it's just that. Have you've read other motivational books like that,
Oh,
anyways?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The
That's Miracle Morning. This is the new self-development book that we're doing in our book
Mhm.
club. So anybody that wants to join us in our self-development book
Book
club,
club.
it's going to be starting next Wednesday. And the book that we're doing is Miracle Mornings by Hal Elrod,
Hmm.
something like that.
Yep, something like that.
And yeah, and that's basically what I've been doing to start with. And essentially, it's kind of the same idea. We do what's called savers. So we start with, I forget the first one. Oh, silence. S is for silence. So you're going into a meditation, a prayer, a gratitude session, just plain silence, whatever you want to call it. A would be for affirmation. So understanding like what we're doing in Transform Your Health with Wendy, the affirmations of whatever it is that you're looking towards. And you can make up your own affirmations. You can grab the ones that he has for whatever your goals tend to or
Hmm.
want to be. V is visualization. So I'm kind of working on that because in my head, visualization is just basically daydreaming. But um, it can get a lot more intense than that, and you really have to
Right.
bring some emotions into it again too. It's not just like looking at a bunch of pretty pictures or dreaming about when you win $1 million or $10 million. But then
Or
okay,
$70 million.
$70 million, like those Noelville people, they could buy Noelville and just
We were talking about that.
and just
James
leave at the
James's
home.
biggest thing, I think, in that whole perspective, if we actually won that amount of money, would be just shutting off the world.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
Yeah, give
sorry,
it out. Give
sorry,
half of it
Facebook.
out to people, and then
Yep,
just
yep.
you can go hide someplace.
I'm sorry, Facebook. I might tap out. So it's just yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I'm out. I'm sorry. See ya.
So you have V, and then you have E, which is exercise. So it doesn't matter what kind of exercise or movement you do. He's not telling you to do twice a day, one time outside, but just some kind of form of exercise and movement. And then save ER. The second R is reading. So reading 10 pages a day. So that's kind of along the same lines as the 75 hard. And then S, the last one, he couldn't think of anything. So I put scribing as opposed to journaling, which is basically the same thing, but just putting down your thoughts. Doesn't matter what they are. Just getting them out of your head, or planning, or setting up ideas, or getting clarity about what's going on. If you have a lot going on in your head, you can just put it down on paper and get it out of there, and you can visualize it there. So that's the same idea, basically, as the 75 hard.
Basically.
Yeah.
And it probably it honestly probably goes right back to that universal laws from Outwitting the Devil and drifting.
A lot of them. Yeah. That morning time, getting up before the devil even knows you're awake.
Yep.
That kind of idea. But yeah, are you thinking, when are you thinking of starting?
Every morning I think of starting.
That's a good attitude. No, I just didn't know if you had
every morning.
Like, boom, that was it. Going to go forward. No excuses. April 1st, or are you just?
I don't know. I have my anniversary. I don't know. I have my anniversary coming up.
Which means
I don't know
you're
what
going
we're
to be
doing.
drinking alcohol.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know. What's it? It's that huge commitment to things. Okay, so what if we're going for dinner, or without? Oh yeah, really? Are we going for dinner?
Not Sudbury.
No. No. Can I cook just as well? Yes. Like,
yeah.
Hi. Is he going to whisk me away to an exotic weekend? Sure. Camp.
Or he's going to put you to work cutting wood. Oh no, you have a beautiful camp. That's a nice place to go.
If we would cut wood, that would be amazing. But he likes to keep it on the fly. So when he's ready to have a fire, he becomes man, and man gets wood. And yeah, he crawls into. If the kids were listening, they'd be killing themselves. Or anybody who's been to camp with James when he wants to build a fire, crawls into the bush and takes down a tree and drags it back to the fire. And if he could chaw it with his teeth, he would, but he uses an axe. I'm like, we should probably get a splitter. You're getting kind of, I don't want to say old, but let's be, No. How am I going to keep in shape? I'm like, oh, sure, whatever. Carry on then. Carry on. Carry on.
A suggestion. He can take with it and do with it what he wants.
Not like being prepared. Like this winter when we went, would have been great to have wood prepared so we could have a fire. Other than us scrunching through drifts up to our wazoo looking for wood. Anyways, we digress. But all in life, you should be planning to make sure that you are taking care of yourself so that you can enjoy the leisure.
Yes.
And I think that's where my head is at. It's like, what is the cost of me not drinking for 75 days? What is the cost?
Good health?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly can't think of okay, Dana, this is, I think, honestly, the biggest mindset. And I think this is another reason why I'm trying to step away from catering, even though I love catering so much. I'm so good at it. And anyone who I've been able to take care of in their homes, it's my thing. It's the mindset over the alcohol. And I think that's perhaps what I struggle with the most. And I think it's the biggest hurdle for me. And I think it's the biggest thing out of everything, perhaps to my weight loss journey. So there we are. Just like
You put it out there.
dropped it out there. There we go, world. All right. I don't know when I'll start still. I don't know.
Okay. That's fair. No,
I
that's
think I'll read
that's totally fair. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
definitely, it's your journey, and it's something that you're going to have to work on. And
mm-hmm.
just like me, I have my own issues, and just like everybody, I see these people. There's a couple of people actually out there. Lynn is really doing, or she's done her 70, or halfway through her 75 hard.
She's about day 37, day 40, maybe.
Yeah, Dawn, she completed. I think she's on her second round now with her and her spouse. There was another lady I saw that was on day 70. I think she was a past client of mine, actually. And she was on day 70. And because I know her, I was like, that's amazing. And I think if nothing else, it just gives us the opportunity. I mean, you may not lose weight. You may not, you may probably feel better. But the thing is, it's that internal struggle that a lot of people have with being able to finish something and being able to have
true. Maybe I've set myself up because there are some things I've left unfinished, right? And this inability to perhaps finish well, and perhaps that's just that self-defeating prophecy in your head that you just cycle through, and all right.
Interesting. Because I don't know which podcast you listened to, but there was one that was about an hour long about the whole. It was two guys that were on the podcast.
Of which podcast?
The 75 Hard. It was Andy, and it was another guy, and it was basically just about the 75 Hard before he launched it out into the world.
Oh, okay. Years ago. Yeah, the one.
It was pretty intense. Like he doesn't hold anything back. He's just like, whatever, do it. I don't care, do it or not. If you don't, you know what the reason is, fix it or don't fix it. Doesn't matter to me. It's really a test of your own will. It's not a test whether you can get your ass out in the snowbank and walk and lose 20 pounds. It's not about that. It's about your own self-will, I think. Really.
Interesting, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting morning this morning on the Dana and Wendy Coffee Time Show, where we just talk about the things that we need to kick ass on.
Yeah, magnesium and drinking water. I don't know, whatever it is your thing is.
Are you eating blueberries again?
I am. I love my blueberries. That's part of eating healthy, though. Look at my blueberries. And look at this. Kale chips for snack.
You make kale chips?
I do.
Oh, you didn't even invite me?
Well, they only last a while. Sorry.
I know.
This way too often.
It's a lot of work. Kale chips are a lot of work. Well, they're not really, but they don't last
3 minutes in the oven.
They don't last long.
No, they don't last long. It actually takes longer to make them than it does to eat.
I know.
They're gone. Because they're gone very fast.
They magically disappear.
It's like regular chips that you're just like, but they're really good for you. So you don't care whether they're just going in.
I'm not sure if my kids would have eaten them as children. I think
if you would have given them to as babies and then started them off. And then
started from there. Yeah.
The whole idea of, kale, people.
Yeah, and speaking of maybe I should just make them for James and not buy him chips anymore either. The talking about magically delicious, I was
Okay.
I was at the grocery store yesterday or the day before picking up just stuff for Jaden because she needs gluten-free, dairy-free stuff. So, but they have Lucky Charms Pillsbury cookies.
No way.
Yes. I was like, oh, good Lord. How much more sugar can you jam into one single cookie package ever?
There's a guy on Facebook. The guy that makes drinks all the time. I can't remember his name. You know which guy. I mean, he sings. He makes Caribbean drinks. And anyways.
Who's on TV? On the Tipsy Bar. Yes, my parents. My mom loves a tipsy bartender.
So he's got another
Yeah.
section. He says not gourmet. So he makes a bunch of food and stuff, I guess, that people suggest. So I was watching him the other day, and what he was making was Lucky Charms. So he had somebody take all the Lucky Charms, the marshmallows out of the cereal, pulverized the cereal, made it into a crust, and then turned the Lucky Charms, I guess, into marshmallow cream cheese kind of layers of this, and then threw a bunch of stuff on top of it. And just, I
You
don't know
ate it
why.
with cookies? Is it like a dip?
No, it was like a cheesecake.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, with all
So-
the layers of the rainbow, and then the marshmallows on top again.
my gosh. Who has time to pick out all of the marshmallows?
I don't know, but I saw it. It was like a whole box of just the cereal and the
Just
marshmallows.
cereal.
Somebody took 15
Who
hours.
thinks of this stuff?
Obviously, I don't know, but I think people send him recipes and then he tries them out. So because he tries
That's
those
a huge
really weird
thing.
things.
Yeah. It's always fast. If you've never seen a tipsy bartender, you got to go check it out because it's just like, really? That much alcohol? Really?
Yeah, jugs.
Really? That much alcohol? But here in Canada, we can't afford that kind of alcohol. So we
No.
kind of skimp a little bit.
Like
We certainly can't get down to the borders to get our cheap alcohol. So
No.
should have stocked up the last time.
Well, you're doing the 75 hard, so you only need half now.
I know. Not supposed to think like that. See where my mind? See, I have an issue. There is an issue.
There we are talking about booze again.
Seriously. Okay. Well, you guys have a beautiful day today. Be blessed on your journey of health today. I'll keep you. We'll talk again tomorrow. I'm away a bit next week, so we'll be missing a couple of days.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, if you get a chance to check out Darlene and Kim Price doing their sound bowls tomorrow night, Friday night, check it out. Darlene's got a new microphone. And I was listening to her test it out this morning.
Oh, really?
Amazing. Like the sound is just, whoa, it's like you're right there. Like seriously,
nice.
It's so nice.
She's been working on that. So yeah. For sure.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye guys. Have a great day.
Bye.